Hey, buddy, why don't you and me, we have a little talk about the like button down here? I hit it. I think you should hit it too. Yeah. That's what I'm talking about. Welcome to the family.
None of my cash can fold, none of my cars are gold. Digital dash on hold. None of my cash can fold, none of my cars are gold. Digital dash on gold. Cash digital, digital, digital. The dash digital, go, go, go. Digital, 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 digital. The cash is digital, digital. The dash is digital. Run it up, digital, 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 digital. Stepping like Marty McFly, stepping I feel like the guy. I got them looking like why, I never doubted me why, I never doubted my guys. You know you in it for win, I stand on 10, you on 10. I don't have friends of a friend, only the fan of the kin. Only my wife and my kids, that's all I needed to win. Now I only trust my true friends, had to cut off my loose ends. You know I win if you win, you know you win if I win. I swipe that cash, don't fold, I swipe my bank on gold. Don't think that I've been dumb, I spend like I've been broke. None of my cash can fold, none of my cars are gold. Digital dash on hold. None of my cash can fold, none of my cars are gold. Digital dash on gold. Cash digital, digital, digital. The dash digital, go, go, go. Digital, 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 digital. The cash is digital, digital. The dash is digital. Run it up, digital, 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 digital. Living my truth, no tricks. I'm just trying to feed my kids. I'm just trying to keep my way. I'm just trying to live my life while we get rich. Mind my business. Money gon' come, some go. Man, if you know, you know. I've been through highs and lows. Here for the ride, I go. Slide and roll. Up and down, but I get up. The numbers crunching, no sit-ups. I grew up and got dripped up. Purple label, my get up. That's 101, not a one and done. Month to month, and there's more to come. I told Cushy, let's run it up. Now it's millions on millions. None of my cash can fold, none of my cars are gold. Digital dash on hold. None of my cash can fold, none of my cars are gold. Digital dash on gold. Cash digital, digital, digital. The dash is digital, go, go, go. Digital, 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 digital. The cash is digital, digital. The dash is digital. Run it up, digital, 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 digital. Double A, double up. Yeah. Double A, double up. The money I color. Double A, double up. The money I color. 2 turns of 4, 4 turns of 8. Sleep and get paid. Rich when I wait. I bet the bank. I set the pace. Guess what I make, that's what I make. Counting pockets, that's a trending topic. You got this and you got that, but got no spending options. I keep quiet, but still get it rocking. I keep quiet with it in my pocket. I keep quiet, moving stuff for silent. Double A, double up. The money I color. Double A, double up. The money I color. I swear God been blessing me. You think you been testing me? Don't mean lemons, watch lemons squeeze. Pieces been my recipe. You buy watch and bust them down. Mine is my investment piece. Heard your mixes drowning out. You need to call Trevor, please. I don't fold, I don't fear. Pearly whites, no veneers. Keep it clean, check it's clear. Water clear, P is clear. See the light, you go dear. See the light, I go near. Let me shine, watch me shine. I'ma shine, vision clear. Double A, double up.
Check 1 2 1 2.
Double A, double up. The money I color. Check.
Check.
Gotta get the cake. Okay, the sandwich what you used to. Always with the new, this ain't what you used to. I do me, do you? I do me, do you? This ain't what you used to. 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 This ain't what you. No, this ain't what you used to. Switch up from the bikes to a new coupe. You know I keep some new shoes. Keep it simple, not like you. All night, get right. Know you know the price. Know you know the name, no games. I need all my money now. Not playing, man. This ain't what you used to. I might fly to LA.
Welcome for 1-2 Late Night Crypto with Road Dog. Hey, my name is Lane. I am the Road Dog. Looking here at the market here on the daily. Nice green bubbles. That's a welcome change, wouldn't you say? On the hour, it's a little bit of a mixed bag, more green than red. We always like that. I wonder what the 100 to 200 there. What's the top 100? About the same. Pretty much green here, ladies and gentlemen, on the daily bubbles. Let's check out Bitcoin over here. Kind of a lackluster day. Big orange day, the big halving day. Having. I did which I don't know. And it is a Friday as we go into the weekend, and paying more attention to the fact it being a Friday than I was a halving. Historically, you know, it's never been anything really happening on a halving day. It's just something that's kind of felt normally about 6 to 9 months down the road. We kind of feel that little squeeze in the liquidity available. This time it should be really, really fun though, because they can say they got it priced in, they can say all kinds of stuff, but the little milk cow's not going to be squeezing out. It's only going to be giving us half a bucket full of milk now. So we got to cut back a little bit. And those big dogs, well, they're kind of milk hungry right now. They're very thirsty for Bitcoin. It's going to be interesting to see how this kind of works out in about 9 months. And I think you'll feel it a lot sooner. I do. I think we'll start feeling it really soon. So much that, I mean, actually, I'm going to be really surprised if we do have a really, really big pullback. It's been on the cards that we could pull back, some say, to 48. No, actually, we looked. It can be legitimate. It's on the cards. We've seen it. We've zoomed out and saw it. Also, the lower 50,000s, it's on the table. It is. I mean, it can be. Just given those factors, it doesn't matter what I think. What really matters is what the chart's actually telling us, and the indicators and everything. So what the analysis is telling us. But just between you and me, just if we talk about it without the charts involved, like, close your eyes, honey. Turn around. Just close. Just put your fingers in your ears. Okay. Oh, good. I mean, when you think about it in your head and you see. I'm looking for a bounce here. I'm looking for Bitcoin to get shorted. We're the halvings here, baby. That's what we've been waiting for. There'll be an after dump. They can say all that they want to. I don't see how it's going to happen unless we have to break this trend line and we bounced off of it. That's bullish. I like that. I'm running with the bullish idea that we got, because usually we don't always turn around and make a U-turn when we're like, oh, we're gonna bounce here. Oh, I forgot my purse. Let's go back. Doesn't usually happen. Now, usually that happens under here. It's like, oh, we're headed to hell. Oh, I forgot my handbag. Let's go. Forgot my cell phone. Let's go back. Now we're going to hell. So flipping this for support is good, and that's what I've been kind of looking at. We've been kind of looking at, been monitoring this channel right here on whatever time frame that you want to look at it. The daily is a good one. This angle here, bring this line up, find the channel that we were in, and very neatly broke out of. And when you break out of a channel, you normally will, according to pattern theory, come back and retest that trend line, which appears to be what we did. Now, if you wanted to take a measure move here, I would ask you why, because we kind of already played out over here. Remember when just your basic measure move and we exceeded it? But you can still apply that same logic. We still got us in this area up here, possibly. I don't want to be a moon boy and flip flop. We've been fairly consistent here, I believe, looking for these ideas when nobody else is kind of thinking about where we came from. And I like to think about where we come from, because when you know where you come from, you know where you're going a lot of times. Or how do you know where you're going if you don't know where you've been? 72,005-ish, maybe? Okay. So I'm finding bouncing off this trend area, and it also coincides with this whole Wyckoff reaccumulation theory too. And I'm cool with that idea. That fits right. I have nothing against it. It fits right along with what I got on my pattern things. And then we can start looking at a sideways channel here. Which, shout out to Jason Casper. I was watching his show this morning and he just nailed this entry down here. And he said it was luck, but it wasn't planned in two. We kind of looked at that on their member stream. We had it drawn out, spelled out the range kind of strategies. Where are you, range strategy? Right here. And we were talking about the possibilities of probably similar to what he was looking at the time and taking a nice short trade. He said he was planning on stopping out, but when price came back down, that he added more to his position. Nice trade too, man. If you're into day trading and range trading strategies, leverage trading, Jason Casper is definitely your man. He's proven that. I've got nothing negative to say against that man. He is the real deal and represents himself well. Very transparent, and he's got a good system. We identified the buy zones down here. We used a little different strategy called the Fibonacci, and it also gives us a sell zone. It's ironically, it's the same areas that he comes up with. Two ways to get to the same point, and you see that a lot in technical analysis, and Julio. So now Jason Casper is doing the range strategy, and they use the visual range volume profile a lot. I think the one that you'll pull for yourself, I know Frankie Candles does, another good analyst that uses something a similar kind of range trading style. But this kind of style fits in perfectly to the Wyckoff reaccumulation area, where you're buying in here and you're basically selling out up here. And we talked about the gains you can get, and it's what, 18, 19, up to 20% here on Bitcoin. Now, if you put 10x leverage on that, that can get you to up to about 200%. Up to 600% if you're using something like 30. That's where you're starting. You need to know what you're doing if you're doing all that, and have your stop losses covered and everything. I like talking about these kind of areas because your risk to reward can be just so juicy. But the Bitcoin, what she has done is just come down here, and depending on what chart that you're looking at, we've basically confirmed a possible double type bottom down here with these nice little wicks. Some people call them pins. Call them what you want. They do the same thing, things. We got two of them testing the same area is holding, and now we finally came up and we got our higher high from over here. First, we broke this one up to the higher high, and we said, oh, screw it, we'll just go ahead and knock this little guy out too. So that's good. Now all we gotta do is make a higher low, and this could be it, or we could come all the way back down, flush everybody out over the weekend or something. We're heading into the weekend, low liquidity, and that's going to be interesting for altcoins. This is where we kind of testing to see if retail is back yet, and retail's been slow coming back to this market. So what we also commonly see on the weekends is that Bitcoin gets some buying pressure because there's a lack of sell pressure from, things like grayscale. So that helps us out a little bit. I want to clean this chart up just a little bit because we're not in these areas anymore. So why have them sitting there staring at us in the face if they don't off to, right? We are currently, I'm on the 1 hour chart here below the 200 moving average. Looks like we had a little resistance up there. Got that little trend line coming in over here. Got another area right up here. Looks like a support resistance, kind of flippy little area. 67.4. Might we touch that? I don't know. Might do lots of things. This is the weekend, so, you know, I'd say there'd be some good things to do over the weekend and some not so great things to do over this weekend. So did you just say it could go up or it could go down and it can go sideways? I haven't got to the sideways part yet. But we might be able to see somewhere around 62,000. I don't know. It could happen. It doesn't have to. Got some nice support here at the 100 moving average and the 50 crossing over it. So, well, that's a nice little area that seems to be holding up. Let us get over to our indices and talk about what might be persuading our altcoins, because, baby, it's all about our altcoins, right? Am I right? Am I right? Am I right? Oh, Lord, and we got a mess over here. I can't see nothing. Still below this trend line, this red trend line that we're tracking over here. And you know, we got two actions. It's either break back in here and then get bullish as all get out. That would be awesome. Or it's get rejected here and then get kind of bearish. So it's like really good or, well, not terrible bad, but not fun. So it's like really, really fun or really, really not fun. And we should get a feel for what's going to happen this weekend, I believe. We're going to come back over here to this big chart and pull up our total 3 over here and take just a little bit of a bigger look. Zoom out on the daily here. We've been getting rejected off of this Fibonacci area. There's another one that just kind of pretty much nailed it, which was telling us reversal. And, you know, it got it, and it qualifies. I am looking for the good possibility to come back and retest this big trend line. It's kind of back where we wicked down to, so it's not like we hadn't been here before. It was just back in April. And it's still April? It is. Back around the 12th, we had that big first drop, that big wick came down there. We are likely to go back down there and test that because we haven't made it above this 9 moving average yet. We seem to still be below it. We are finding some support at the 100, so that's a nice little sign, but there's just still that possibility of, you know, one more little twist to the downside on the altcoins. I hope not, but that's just what it's saying. There's a little hope for this weekend, though. This is interesting now in the 4 hour. Total 3, your altcoins and mine, on this area that 605 billion. Let's just mark that. But it is making a nice rounded shape after this kind of phallic kind of pointy triangle. So we might be doing an Adam and Eve, and that's a bottoming pattern, and that might be the first signs that maybe we are going to come back and cross back above this trend line. If we do that, man, that is a bitchin'. That we want that. We just don't want to get too hopium that's going to happen, because normally we don't get that. But this little sign here, that's interesting. Let's keep our eyes closely on how altcoins do this weekend. There might be a nice little surprise. Just got to work out a little bit of stuff because our moving average is just crossed over here. So, I mean, we just can't just all of a sudden say, oh, well, now I'm bullish. They got some work to do. Prices got to work its way through there and eventually flip over the 200 moving average, even here on the 4 hour time frame we're looking at. But nice, interesting areas, and we're finding some support there. That gives me hope. Just the possibility of this maybe being the shape that it is, the pattern that it is. Give me some hope. It doesn't mean it's going to pay out. It can just as easily be, you know, the worst pattern in the world, which is a symmetrical kind of triangle. And, I don't trust them as far as I can throw them. And she could be. So maybe we should zoom out and let's just keep it in mind here. But keep your eyes on it. Thanks for hanging out with me tonight, everybody this year. We got Brackets Adventures in the moment. Dave Forget. Strega's here. How's it going, people? People, how's it going? You're doing okay. SBL's in the house. Justin Crypto. Board Nerd. Yay, Halving. We rich now. Win Moon. Win Lambo. I celebrated the Halving with cheese puffs. Orange cheese puffs. That was Bitcoiny as I could get. On such short notice. Well, not short notice, but... Can we dig in some air? Oh, I see that, Brackets Adventures. We can do that. Let me first get over to our altcoin news, and then we'll start jumping into the charts. Yay! Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Altcoin Alpha News. Today in crypto, April 20th is Bitcoin halving and Doge Day. MyShell AI announced that it will be deployed by AltLayer. Alt stakers are likely to receive airdrops of MyShell tokens. Beam has announced a node sale and teased to an airdrop of SOPH, S-O-P-H, to Beam stakers. Hidden Earn Catalyst looks like a rebranding and airdrop announcement is coming in from the Eternity team. Clayton News, DWF Labs has been approved as a new governance council member for Clayton. They plan to purchase 5 million Clayton tokens. Pyth Network announced their airdrop style campaign involving the Pyth governance token stakers. Oh, I'm sorry, it was at Lightlink Chain announced their airdrop style. Stratus revealed the alpha version of Solplex game. The beta is planned for release in September 2024. Byte Labs has announced the airdrop snapshot date for May 10th. VDAO token airdrop to Byte holders at a 1-to-1 ratio. Token, the Floki DAO has approved the TokenFi Supercharger program, prioritizing token stakers for token sale allocations. Activation is set for April 22nd. WZRD price bounced after the FUD was resolved. Maven's bot team acknowledged the mistake and corrected the previous announcement. ZBCN, Zbeck Network, has announced that SB will be integrated on the Zbeck Instant Card. Soul Bank Fi will plan airdrop SB token to the top 1,000 ZBCN holders who use the Zbeck Instant Card. Peter Piper picked a peck of pickle pickers. Uh-oh. Omni Networks team said Omni mainnet is closer than you think. And Zeus Network has teased that its first major Musis upgrade to open the gateway to decentralized cross-chain capabilities in Q2 2024. The release of Friend Tech V2 has been confirmed for April 29th. And back to the charts. If you don't have a Tangem wallet, you might want to think about getting one. If you do think about getting one, the magical word DAWG dog will save you an additional 10% off. And if you buy 2 sets, whether it be a 3-card set or just a 2-card set, up until April 30th, you will get free shipping. Yay, Tangem. Back on Total 3, getting ready to get off of it. Let's get back to the chat. And it was Arrow, best I remember. And let me just scroll back down here. Striker says, dang, I didn't get tacos. I didn't either. I am craving tacos though. Nothing like a good juice taco. let's take a look at Arrow. A-E-R-O. Aerodrome Finance. Take a look at over here on Coinbase, and so it looks like she's doing just fine. Let's extend this trend line out just a little. Well, let me zoom out a little bit. Spin on that one for a minute. Get our touches in line there. Get some candle bodies. Pull this little thing out, and we got a wick down here, and that's respect to the trend line. And right now, we've lost the 21 moving average. We might regain it. There's been some wick and some buy pressure here for Arrow, so that's been kind of nice. Anytime it drops down to the 148, 147 area, it looks like there's a lot of buys coming in, waiting there to snatch it back up. So lots of people like it. Nothing wrong with liking it. Now we come down to smaller time frames, such as the 4 hour, and it says that, hey man, we're above the 200 moving average. That's good. We're above the 21, regained it, in fact. And we're trying to regain the 9. We're trying to regain some ground here in our moving averages, so that's cool. Eventually, price will get above the 100 and the 50, and then the moving averages will all stack up nice and neat, and then we'll see a strong move to the upside. But this is the beginning stages of that happening when she's doing her little U-turn right here, and all these things have got to cross back over and get bullish again. So just a little patience, bouncing off of this trend line and 200 moving average area there. Also looking to the left, you got previous support. Little areas. First show was getting resistance and then flipped it for support, so we like that. Notice also this nice little, I call it a hot beat pattern. That's where they just flush out longs and shorts before they do what they want to do and come back down here and then stacked up their orders, and boom, here they go again, baby. Arrow, I'd like it, still looking for 234, 262 to come out of the Arrow. Let's take a look at Whippy. Whippy. I like this, kind of like we were talking about before, the Adam and Eve bottom. Okay, maybe. One thing that I find that's a little bit of caution here is 100 moving average maybe crossing over that 200. That's technically bearish, although we might see some positive action even after it, but eventually that may weigh against us. What is going on here? Why we got a bottom here? Of all places. He lost his major trend line on whiff, so that's kind of interesting. What I would normally be looking for is a retest of this breakout area. This is like 325. Either this area or maybe even all the way up retesting that trend line, and that can go as high as 368, and then I would expect down. That's what I'm expecting. This is kind of interesting that you did that. I'm going to clean this whole chart off, and then we're going to look at her a brand new. But the crossing the 100 over the 200, that's, you know, she's going to have to go to therapy to get over that for a little while. So, you know, counseling or whatever. So you're not going to see as much of her in the uppity ups after that. So we don't really want her to do that. And I know there's people out there saying, you know, but look, it's just a big old flag to the upside. But how many minutes did I make it? And you can get all this to the upside. You know, man, it's just, what I would point out is that, okay. But, again, what about this guy? Same thing, we just erased it a few minutes ago because it's still relevant. This is the wall that we busted through, and now we're going to come up and possibly butter heads on it, or if nothing else, get rejected right up here. That's like, I want to do this out of a need bottom, but it's not really confirmed, and really to get gotta get above it. So she could easily come back down and do the double booby bottom. Adam and Eve and her twin sister. I don't know what was going on, man, but they, you know, she can do the stuff like that. I don't know. So whiffy, nobody asked for it. So there we go. Swing low to swing high. Tell me where I need to buy. I like what you're doing here at the 618, so that's cool, but whiffy. Just going to put this down there just because. $248, $249. That was like a good area to put a limit in order for whiffy, maybe. There might be a dip down to 183. Depends on how the market goes this week, this weekend. What kind of sentiment that we do have? There is. You can do definitely a trend line over here that give you some more areas of resistance. All right, well, watching whiffy. Ward Nerd says, I'm curious with what happened with Doge. Just Doge, is that it? Or Doge? Doge. 15 cents. Well, Doji. Fumble with this trend line here. Ooh, there's a gap there. What's up with that? Eyeing that up. Lines are real nice there, though. I would normally be looking to here. There, and then that was the retest. Rodla! Doge, what happened with you, baby? You lost it at what was it, 17.5 area? Lost your 200? You're looking good. Let's zoom out. Zoom out. We still got a 618 Fibonacci area at 23 cents, so well, that's cool. That can still happen. It's hard for me to see a 12-cent Doge come back in the picture, but it might. Bigger time frame suggests that it. Dang. She lost the 50, so coming to the 100 is not out of the question, and that's right here in this area. Man, we might see 12, 13 cents out of Doge. You don't want the measure move. You know, you can get just a 50% of this, just half of it. Let me try to get right in the middle of half of it, right there. And that's in that area that we've kind of even wicked back to over here, all the way down to the 200 moving average. If it were to play out, 10 cent, 8 cent, 9 cent Doge, that's scary. I'm not saying that. But the fact that we broke this trend line, that's worth paying attention to. It's a little different here on the daily. If I were following on the daily, it would be a little bit more slanted like that. Even over here. And actually, I'm going to be taking a measure maybe like that. And wow. Would have been a good way to do it. But I'm doing it after the fact, so that doesn't count. But that's how I look at the candle bodies, drawing lines to the candle bodies. I just think you get more information that way. And then taking my last leg and going straight down. Thomas Wachowski says go straight down. So, my 12.5 cents come from Doge, maybe. Keeps bouncing off of a 14 like a good dog. That's what you're saying. So far, yeah. That's nice. Okay, so it's getting some support here. 886 and then holding some good support at a 786 fib area. That's good.
To me it was clear, but you lied to me. No,
It could have put us up to 25 cent area.
Letting you into my life. You brought out the best in me. We had everything we needed.
Man, using that trend line sucked.
And turn out the light.
It's okay though. Now we can go to a secondary trend line, and if we can establish a bottom, we'll kind of watch this one and see how this one does. Color it a different color, and
I don't know you anymore.
if we've got the right angle, we should probably see some kind of confluence. Might be some here. If that is so, then this should be a bounce area. We can look at it that way. Anything else, wick tops, then that's not too, it's not bad. Well, I don't know, there's a little bit. I'm seeing a little bit of confidence for this angle, so. Oh, here's some more wick to the top and then candle body. Says that this might be we just might have been, you know, banging off the bottle of this channel right here. Cool. So now let's just kind of make this one the secondary channel to watch. So it's always changing, and you're just identifying it, and it gives you clues. That's what I got. New channel for Doge. Just get rid of this guy. Don't need him. It's just confusing. And then we can start targeting the trend line, the 618, and then measure move, and well, mostly at the top of the channel. Doji. NCDT, Nuco Cloud. Check it out over here on MexC. See how he's doing. She is doing. She had the this trend line, megaphone pattern, bear trap. Looks like a bottom. And somebody pulled the underwear off. Bounce back in, didn't quite make it to the top of that. Found support. Now we lost it. Well, now I've got to pay attention to this new information we got. So my new trend line is now down here because we're going to pay attention to that and this. And that tells me that we could possibly come down to 73 cents for you, Nuco Cloud. That sucks. Don't want to see it. This area right here seems to be holding really nice. $82.5 seems to be holding nice. It's like a nice little bounce there. You're going to make a new higher high.
I can tell something's wrong. Change your mind to what I want. Be united. We unite.
Little bit of confluence. I don't know if I got the angle just quite right, but that's pretty dang close. Close enough for me just kind of get an idea. Might we go up to $1.89? It's on the table there, babies. We do have this guy here. We'll put that down here, and so measure we're coming to 184. Take a look at Caspa. Man, what's up, Cass, with this trend line, baby? You're breaching that 200 here on the daily. What's up with that? We need this 100 moving average up here to kind of lift us up or help support us a little bit, man, because, ooh, it's looking bearish for Caspa. We lose that 200 moving average on the daily. That's going to flip the script. Lost it already on the 12-hour. Give me a minute to talk to Caspa.
아직도 난 모르겠어 널 바라봐도 just caught in your love 많이도 난 널 좋아했나봐 힘들어 보여 옆에서 말했어 한순간이었지 bittersweet tell me not got me going crazy someone just tell me why 하나 둘씩 내게서 더 멀어지지 마 baby you 오징어만
9 cents looks like it's still on the table for Caspa. It may take it a slow burn to kind of work her way down there, but it looks like it's a possibility. There's still that little chance that, you know, we can get back above this 11.5 cents area and then get back in this trend line and work our way up there. If we can get above 12.5 cents, that would be a higher high than what we had here. Find support there. We got a chance to bounce, but man, that's a Hail Mary right there. The signs are pointing that it's coming down for Caspa. That kind of sucks if you get that low. I mean, it's good for buying, but anyone out there using leverage with a Caspa, that kind of sucks if you're not prepared for that. Might want to get prepared for it. Happy halving, everybody. Take a look at old Jupiter. Oh, Jupiter, what's this? All of us. Nailed it! Whatever that, I don't know what that was. They really have not looked at this chart in a while. Nice rounded shape, I likes that. Oh, we're doing the same thing, man. We're getting that Adam and Eve shape down here. Interesting. What fib area are we at? Oh, you've wicked. That's nice, actually.
Energy's more than everything, man. Energy's mad, don't mess with the ram. Certain things in life gotta overstand. That's disappointing, don't do this, man. With your energy, yeah, can't do this, man. Energy's, yeah, like a sizzling pan. 4 meetings already is urgent, fam. If the energy's right, we can do this, man. If the energy's right, we can do this, man. If the energy's right, we can do this, fam. Energy, 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 one. To the energy, 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 one. Energy one. To the energy, energy,
So looking at Jupiter, some future targets about 214, maybe even 199 would be a nice one to put on the radar. Right now, I mean, there is this trend line. It's got some validity to it and support resistance flip there, so it's fitting really nice. It would be beautiful to see a, some kind of bounce over here and get above it. You're always going to hear me say that, and then we get a real strong move. That would be great, but that's not always what we see. A lot of times you see a bunch of whatever happens, rejection off of that, and maybe even more downside sometimes. Not saying it necessarily has to play out that way, but that's a fairly good fit there for a channel that we just lost. Sucks if you think about the idea of, actually, taking a measured move and price coming down to 30 cents again. Not saying that it's going to happen. Don't get mad. Don't leave. Come on back. Don't leave. I'm just telling you what the chart's saying. The other idea is that we just change our trajectory just a little bit. Instead of this angle, we're getting on this angle. Is there anything here that tells us that? Yeah, that could be what we're doing. Yeah, let's go with that. Changing angles. Yeah, that's the ticket. That's what we'll call it. We'll call it changing angles.
I don't say a word, got my fingers to my lip. Yeah, and I don't never trip. All I do is take trips. I just knew I was the man ever since
what was
I was
that?
a kid. Shorty got them double D's, I'm trying to see it.
So highlight it, copy it. Do we have any confluence? Lucky there. Lucky there. Is there confluence with that angle? I think there's angle to that angle. That angle's got some angle. Yeah, we're kind of hoping up. That's a little bit. That's kind of, you know. I like this underneath it because you can kind of see that. That's pretty clear. So a little something here that the angle started changing just a little bit over here, more so right over here. So if that's all it is, well, this makes sense. We got to come back up here and retest this angle. We got a blue line over there. I can't remember. They're normally measured moves, but I can't remember. It could be a fib. Looks like it would be a fib. Are you a fib?
What the f is that?
That's a fib.
Sound foreign like we out in Monte Cristo. Came from copping deli food. I was young on Bristol. Too much monkey in the middle.
Oh, I think I remember where you were. I think you were a fib. I think you were the 618, right? Yes, you were. So, 618 confluence over here at the top of this trend line. I would rock with this for a target, because I think there's a good chance we come up there to be at 36-37% gains out of Jupiter. After we get there, you got to see, you know, probably go sideways, may come back, test it. You know, there's no telling. We got to see, but it could reverse a little bit, and then maybe, who knows. Right now in the 4 hour, you got the red dot over here on Market Cipher, and some indicators are saying they're kind of tired, need to take a little bit of a break. So she may be coming down to this nice little area here. Anybody trying to add Jupiter to their bags may come down just below $1, about 98 cents there. That should be interesting. Jupiter. Nobody's saying anything. Everybody is tongue-tied. Tongue-tied. All right, along with Jupiter, let's take a look at Solana. Here on the 4 hour, we also got that dreaded red dot there saying she wants to do a little bit of a pullback. MACD's kind of looking a little tired here in the 4 hour. Curving around here, this blue line is, as long as, and our histogram also, might be a nice little dip in Solana this weekend. I still haven't lost this non-moving average, so until we lose that, I mean, it's not really confirmed, but might be this 21 moving average area, about 137 might come into play there. You can also take some fibs. Pivot up, pivot. Fibs say somewhere around 134 might come into play there. Still looks like it is finding support here, though. I like the idea. Still, looking back on the daily, I still like what I'm seeing here on the daily. With stochastic starting to go to the upside and also the RSI. It looks like we got a nice little bounce there. When stochastics and the regular RSI, both of them are bottomed out on a bigger time frame. That's usually a good buy time. Solana, and when we zoom out, respecting this trend line, and if she just bounces to the upside, well, it can be as high as close to $300 if she wants to actually respect the trend line that she started out with. But even just getting back to $200 is pretty good at this moment. Solana. Take a look at old Render. Also in a channel right there. Let's not forget the what's going on the bigger side of it there. If we do break out of many of these current channels that we seem to be holding right now, this trend line here seems to be holding. If we lose that one, you know, we got 657 maybe coming into the picture. And a 200 moving average and this major trend line coming in around 534. Which would suck. Well, to ride it down would suck. To actually get in or bounce from there could be really nice. So we are below the non-moving average on the daily, have been for a while, and yeah, that's been this great little downtrend. If you've been shorting this, wow, man, that would have been an excellent call. Losing that non-moving average on a bigger time frame, that's a good one, good trend. Oh, on the downside. Ooh, that would have been a great one. I've been at the crib, probably wonder how I got your key. They act like they know it. Guess I gotta hit them with the update. Slinda, hey, welcome to the stream, man. Welcome to the stream. Let's see, XRP, let's take a look at it. A lot of people getting a little salty with XRP, it seems like. Giving up on it, it seems. Because you're just hanging around 50 cents, got down to 44. I thought we talked about that. Okay, 41. Oh, did it? Did it actually? Nailed it. We're looking at and comparing to this area over here and these areas back here too. So she did wick down there. She might come back, but this looks actually kind of bullish right here, right now, as a trying to do something, trying to regain some ground here on the daily. It might be a little bit of bullish divergence there. Stochastics on the daily are bottomed out. Well, they reset. Now they're going to the upside. So that's actually good for a pump. We might actually see 50, just short of 55 cents come back into play. Have to see if we get rejected there, though. If we get rejected there, we might be coming back to either test this area or, you know, maybe come back down to here. But if we can get above it, not totally out of the question. 50 moving average is still above the 200, so we're still positive that way. It would take a lot, though, but we could see that if you do see 55 and cents hold and more look like we're starting to go up and get a bounce from that area. That would be awesome. That would be a good sign. But I'll be looking at 55 as a possible rejection area for some more short-term downside. This trend line, that's kind of a big deal to get back above. But if we do, ooh, it'd be a nice move. Hopefully. Oh, my pleasure, Slinda. Take a look at AVAX. Avalanche. Finding support here on the daily at the 200 moving average. Some targets up there. Let me clear off some of this stuff up here. We kind of already hit. They respected that one pretty nice. That one's out of the picture. So lost our channel. I got two trend lines there. So Avalanche, what you gonna do? I think we'll just zoom out a little bit. Let's go move to the 3-day. And that makes more sense to me than anything I've seen so far. So we're just, in my personal opinion, we're just retesting our accumulation zone that we finally broke out of over here. Retested it earlier, retesting it again. Should hold. Right now, getting sleepy. If it doesn't hold, then we, we'll probably come back to these $22 areas, $22, $23, retest that. But it, worry about that if it doesn't hold. It should hold somewhere around $31, $31.50. So that's cool. So we got that in play. Some take profit targets. Honestly, I'd be focusing more on, what is this? $83? This is Avalanche, right? Okay. Because it looks like we got a good chance to, next time we come up to this, $65, $66 area, since we're getting a bounce here, we probably got a good chance to kind of go through that one a little bit more. And I'd be more concerned about the $83 targets if you're trying to really capitalize on that. So now we should have something along the lines of that. That's not exactly great, but we're at a good area that we can find a bounce and wick above this and things. So just keeping an eye on this. I kind of like what I'm seeing here for Avalanche. Loki bounced back into the golden pocket. Says Kurt. Hey, welcome to stream, Kurt. Do have some Floki. I was noticing my bag today. It looked like it was down. Yeah, Corey, yeah, it is down. So you say what came into the... What have I haven't looked at this in a minute. And I'm on what, the 3-day? Let's get a little noise in here. So came back into the golden pocket. Don't hear me talk much about golden pocket, and I mean, it's cool and everything. I got so much on my charts already, but it's the 0.65. You just add that, and don't hear and see what it looks like. I'll take it back off the... So this little white line kind of shows what the golden pocket is. You'll probably hear some people talk about it. To me, the 618, just knowing that area is, I mean, I can, just work in it and automatically understand how there's a little range there to work with. But some people actually, just, they'll use that line just like I do the other ones to nail stuff in. So trying to find that little T-box that I never can find here. Rectangle. Let's make it yellow for gold. But you can do that. So that's what that means when someone says golden pocket. Most of you guys, I think, probably know that. And if you don't, well, now you heard it. So it's just a little bit when you pull from swing low to swing high, it'll be just a little bit on the underside of your 618 fib pull there. And yeah, we seem to be holding this area nice, and that can lead us up to this nice little area right up here. Got my little cheater. I just don't have it dialed in, I don't think. Yes, I do. Okay, that's because... Oh, this was your... Gotcha. Okay. Take this little guy, put him at the 6.8. I am still getting the confluence up there. Okay. So low-key for a longer-term target, I mean, if you're looking for when we get through all the chop and make a higher high and all of that, possibly up here at 0.004277. That's where I'm going to keep my eyes out. I got a little moon bag of this. That's wouldn't mind seeing, make another 200% gains. Additionally, over to the left over here at 0.00028, these other highs, those make good targets too. Bouncing off this area just to come back to those tops is 111% gains. So Loki's looking kind of nice to kind of nibble in. It's not like she's getting ready to just blast off at this very moment. 4 hours starting to show a little bit more positive signs though, but she'll range out a little bit here and then eventually she will blast off, in my opinion, from what I'm seeing so far. Looks like the 4 hour wants to get a little bit of a pullback here. Guys, it is midnight. Time for me to turn into a pumpkin. Thank you so much for hanging out with me tonight. I will be back again tomorrow evening, probably around 10:30. I was running a little bit late tonight. Taking a look at the market. We always like to end this with one more look at Bitcoin, hanging out just a little under $64,000 right now. Looking at it on this smaller time frame, I got the 6 minute, used to use a 7 minute, 5 minutes, somewhere through here, whatever smaller time frame. That's kind of just to watch it slowly, like paint and dry, over the next several hours here, as we just kind of trickle back down is what it looks like. Might have a good chance to visit this $63,300 area again. We're under the 200 moving average there, so a little bit bearish. Also in the 1 hour, we were under the 200 moving average, so a little sideways and down, probably a little chop over the weekend until, I don't know. Usually they like to start bumping us up either late Saturday or late Sunday. But if Bitcoin can just try to hang out sideways and just go sideways, altcoins might get a little bit of a pump. Might be nice for them, for some of them this weekend. Trade carefully, trade wisely, and I'll see you here tomorrow night. Thanks for hanging out with me.
Come on, come here, bud. Come on. You freaky dog. I don't need to analyze every word that comes out is a lie. Make you good night, John boy. You won't make it to the finish line. Now if you gotta know the truth was gonna let you go. You was fine, never mind, unpredictable. Feet off the ground, you ain't no one. You was star, blow it up like supernova.
Hey, buddy.
Come on, come here, bud. Come on. You freaky dog.
Hey, buddy.
Come on, come here, bud. Come on. Ooh la la.
Good afternoon, everyone. Captain Lane speaking, and wishing you a safe travels to your crypto destination. For those of you traveling with mice, please securely position your cursor over the light button below and right-click with your favorite finger. For those with touchscreen devices, we ask that you gently press the
Greetings to the crypto community. We are pseudo-anonymous. We are here to smash that like button. We believe this content needs to reach more people like you. We are watching. We are listening. Most importantly, we are liking and subscribing. We are pseudo-anonymous. Expect us.
Hey, Kimmy, baby, I had a book over here in this drawer. You seen it?
You mean a little black book? Oh, honey, I cleaned out those drawers in that whole room and made a big donation to Goodwill. But don't worry, we can get you another one.
Oh, hell no. You're never going to believe what happened to me today at the Goodwill. I found a book of seed phrases, honey. I can get those hair transplants now. Oh.
Go best friend. That's my best friend. Go best friend. That's my best friend. That's my best friend.